Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast, a WarCraft 3 game between MiddleStudent spawning over here as the human red player of Echo Isle versus FairyTale as the blue Night Elf. So red versus blue here on Echo Isle, Night Elf versus human. Haven't done a WarCraft 3 shoutcast in quite some time, so we'll see what exactly these players are going to be opening up. We have MiddleStudent opening up with the standard Altar of Kings and a Barracks, placing down that farm there just for a little bit of positioning, and then Peasant gonna go ahead and start building that. Over here we have FairyTale opening up with an Ancient of War creep and by this Kobold and this Mercenary camp. So it looks as though FairyTale wants to do some more creeping rather than do any sort of harassment, but now in comes MiddleStudent. MiddleStudent most likely gonna start building a farm in this position. A nice little scout farm. Very common tactic that human players use in order to make sure that they get sight within the base. It works out fairly well because Night Elf players, they normally get their hero and an early archer, and generally archers and heroes are very bad at dealing damage towards these fortified buildings. And as the hero damage takes reduced damage against a farm, as well as the piercing damage takes reduced damage against a farm as well. So this farm will offer plenty of sight into the base. Yes, I am still recovering from my surgery a little bit. My cheeks are not quite as swollen, but you can probably still hear it just a little in my voice. Footman now moving out, coming in from MiddleStudent. So Footman coming in from the human player looks to do some harassment, as now we also have the Peasant now moving on out as well. The farm was completed, and we'll see what exactly is going to be happening. The Peasant wants to try to keep track of what's happening over here, just making sure, and in comes some wisps. So this Footman may try to intercept some of those wisps and try to take them down and make him pay for any of this harassment, as we have the Mountain King. So Mountain King coming in from MiddleStudent and Warden coming in from the Night Elf. So Mountain King versus the Warden. So a little bit of an unusual opening. Normally I see an Archmage in this particular matchup, and oh, a Purge on that Wisp, and that Wisp is going to get taken down by FairyTale. A little bit of a miscue there, as a Footman now going after that Archer, and that Ancient of War needs to start taking some of that damage, and wow, this is going to not look very good at all. Now going to go ahead and take down that second Wisp, Shadow Strike onto that Footman. Footman being forced to run away as well, and oh, nice steal earlier from that Troll Shadow Priest. That Peasant was able to pull the Troll Shadow Priest, and now we have some stunning onto that Warden, so that Warden taking a fair amount of damage as well, may get taken down. Oh, Shadow Strike able to escape away with 5 hit points. No, MiddleStudent denying that experience and taking it down, but in comes the Mountain King getting a bolt off, and now that Warden may be forced to pull away. No, the Warden wants to take down that Troll Shadow Priest. Another Shadow Strike most likely coming in the works, but no, nice pathing coming in from this Footman. And MiddleStudent may be able to get a warding kill very early on. No, Footman now getting away of the Mountain King again, as the Warden gonna go ahead and grab some Moon Juice from that Moonwell and heal back up, get some more mana. And now taking a look over here, this Ancient of War just taking a lot of damage from these Renegade Wizards, the Kobold and the Geomancer. So, and having a very difficult time trying to do any creeping. The Warden still sitting at level 1 with essentially no experience. Back over here, the Mountain King has some experience, may try to pick up a Boot of Speed from this Goblin Merchant Shop. And yeah, just at nightfall, he sold the Scroll of Town Portal for 175 gold, and now waiting, I believe it is, he should be able to pick up the Boot of Speed now. Now picks up the Boot of Speed and the Staff of Teleportation, as we have Militia creeping down over here, so that Mountain King should get to level 2 very shortly, as he's creeping away from these units. And now going to drop a Gloves of Haste, so that Mountain King may be able to get some additional bashes in, and now going to get to level 2 after clearing out this particular creep camp. If this creep camp drops a Tome of Experience +2, that will really change the way this game works, as that Mountain King may get to level 3 very easily. And yes, we do have a Tome of Experience, so level 2 Stormbolt, wow. And FairyTale is going to be taking level 2 Stormbolts very early, and that Warden it will be, falling very quickly. I can't say as good as dead, but wow, that's going to really hurt. Mountain King only 44 experience away from level 2, most likely going to pick up that Gloves of Haste and then try to creep out perhaps this Goblin and Merchant, or the Mercenary camp once again, still staying at tier 1, as many human players do in order to tech up to, in order to set up this expansion. In comes the Wisp, and the Wisp might get a Bolt. If we get a Bolt, and the Bolt should be, oh, a nice bash, so a quick, oh, detonation. I think the Bolt should have been enough to give him level 2, so don't know why he didn't want to do that, but now most likely you're going to get to level 2 off of this creep camp over there. Yeah, 2 more experience as that Mountain King now moves on out, has a dust of experience, and now going to go ahead and teleport. Where is he teleporting to? Teleporting over here towards that towards that Warden. The Warden able to escape and now getting to level 3, and in comes the Bolt, so that Warden in a definite trouble. He does have a pendant of energy, so that Warden should be able to get off a couple shadow strikes as well. Will the Warden pick up a boots of speed? Yeah, has boots of speed of her own, but in comes another Bolt, and things are not looking good for that Warden. Another bash coming in. Ooh, Blink, a nice use of Blink in order to escape. Will we see that Mountain King with that staff of teleportation try to teleport back over here to the main side over here? Ring of Protection +2 being left behind. That one Ancient of War taking a lot of damage. Mountain King should be able to come in and steal a lot of experience here. No, what is he doing? Wanting to make sure that the item was not left behind, and now in comes this Warden. Looks like there's a little bit of lag over there, so Infi has left the game. Anyways, Infi, your World Cyber Games 2009 champion, he was actually the player that I was watching, so I guess that would change who I am watching in terms of view. Don't think it really affects anything. Now the Warden sitting at level 2, gonna go ahead and try to do some more creeping as well. Should get to level 3, so we're gonna have level 2 Shadow Strike off of a Pendant of Energy versus a level 2 Stormbolt, and we see that there is a Tree of Life sitting off over here. So an expansion and very much in the works coming in from FairyTale, but Mountain King now coming in from behind, may be able to snipe any of these units. Are we gonna get a snipe? Yeah, snipe on that Troll Shadow Priest. Down it goes. And now level 2 Shadow Strike coming in. We may get another bash. The Gloves of Haste should be able to get in one more hit. There we go. And another Archer missed microed. She may get hit. There we go. So wow, both sides taking a lot of damage so far. And that one Footman gonna fall as well. But another Bolt or another bash coming in. And yeah, sorry about that. I don't have enough time to go ahead and close my Windows Live. Anyways, gonna come over here, another bash, and now down goes that Troll Berserker and a Squirrel. Oh, Staff of Teleportation. The Mountain King may still fall. Mountain King down to 6 hit points, 3 hit points, and dies from a Shadow Strike long distance. And now that Warden sitting at level 3. Wait, did he? I think he died from his own Arcane Tower. Otherwise, though, Warden should have had much more experience. So a little bit of a denial there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what happened. Otherwise, yeah, the Warden should have had a lot more experience. I'll have to check that out. There is no replay or rewind feature in Warcraft 3, so sorry about that. Now we have a Blacksmith coming in, so we may see some mortar teams or even some siege engines. Siege engines are a fairly common tactic in Warcraft 3 against Night Elf players, as it is fairly difficult for Night Elf players, unless they go bears, to try to stop any of those siege engines, and then those trees just take so much damage. Now out comes this Mountain King. Mountain King sitting at level 3, also has a Clarity Potion. Gonna go ahead and run into 2 Huntresses. Those Huntresses want to make sure that they try to get a bounce off. A Footman wanting to try to slow down those Huntresses as well. That Mountain King now getting almost near maximum mana. We'll see what's going to be happening if those that bounce, unlucky bounce, for the Night Elf team, not able to stop that Mountain King. Mountain King now nearing maximum mana as well. So Warden and in come a lot of these creeps as well. So that Mountain King just generating all that mana, loving it, and may try to buy another Clarity Potion as well. Clarity Potion regenerating, I believe it's 100 mana over 30 seconds if I remember it. Too bad I can't see this little replay vision blocking what is currently sitting in that shop over there. Warden now going to go ahead and pick up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, which will be critical as well, and getting some Sentry Wards. Most likely, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just drop it just for sight there. And now going to go ahead and finish off the rest of these Troll Berserkers. Mountain King now going to come in. Are we going to get a bolt on that Troll Berserker? Shadow Strike. and well, a lot of units just getting surrounded. That Troll Berserker going to get taken down, and now along with that Mud Golem, so Mud Golem going to get taken down as well, and then a Bolt and a Shadow Strike exchange. FairyTale most likely going to use that Scroll. Oh, and able to blink away. Staff of Teleportation able to escape, and now these Footmen, one of them with Slow should get taken down, and another Shadow Strike. So Warden may run into that a Bolt from that Mountain King if she's not careful, and now No deciding to back off very, very carefully. Mountain King also has a potion of healing and was using a clarity potion as well, trying to bolt in, and now from the protection of these towers gonna go ahead and oh, bolt, oh nice, no bolt as a potion of lesser invulnerability used. A very gutsy move by MiddleStudent, and a nice sentry ward being laid down. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between FairyTale and MiddleStudent here on Echo Isle.